Hi, I'm Bridget from Life from the Ground Up, and this is my look at the week 1st of August through to the 7th of August. Now, just as I'm recording this, the triple conjunction between Mars, the North Node, and Uranus has just started just a couple of minutes ago, and it is one of the chunkiest transits that we have of this year. It is definitely one that is a very call for change on a personal basis, as well as some really explosive action on a global sense. So Mars being a catalyst and a trigger for a lot of things, and Uranus being unexpected revolution, freedom, and the North Node being our fate, destiny, and the way forward. So when we look at all of these things in Taurus, for a lot of us, that is challenging our comfort and security, and it is pushing us, in a sense, to change direction. And if we are on the wrong path, then we could have some shocking and sudden catalysts for our change. But if we have been noticing the little shifts in energy and in our lives, there is a chance that you could be just, fracturing and changing bit by bit rather than a sudden earthquake. So, I mean, there's been a lot of energy leading up to this. So, yes, it is shocking and sudden and can be pretty volatile, but it's in Taurus, and that is ruled by Venus, and she's over in Cancer right now, actually sextile, which is a positive aspect to the Mars North Node Uranus conjunction that is currently happening. Currently at this time, the Moon in Virgo is also trine, which is a positive, harmonious aspect to the Moon in Virgo. So an aspect of analysis that is analysis of our feelings, and with Venus in Cancer, we're actually more concerned with how we are feeling and making making the changes the best they can be for us, okay, and our needs and the things that we care about. So another aspect of this is our finances, because it's in Taurus. So we could have some amazing breakthroughs in our finances. We could come up with some new ways of dealing with things. Also, self-worth. We could have some amazing realizations about our self-worth and change the course of our lives based on these new understandings that we have about ourselves and our place in the world, because Venus is in Cancer there and she's all loved up. Now, other aspects of this are food security. On a global scale, you can see food security, energy costs, climate change in the environment, women's rights, especially women's rights. So, there's a lot of change in the air, and it is unsettling and prickly for a lot of people, yet it is much needed and totally unavoidable. So there's also this square to Chiron that is happening, and overall, if we face the feelings of change, then things can be closed and cleared a lot easier. So with a trine from the Sun to Jupiter overall this week, there is a heightened feeling of optimism overshadowing the whole thing. So even though change is uncomfortable, there is a feeling of optimism. So if we go into the week, so Monday morning the triple conjunction starts, and like I said, the moon is in Virgo, and that is ruled by Mercury in Leo. So overall the thoughts are on shining and how we can do these things better. The Virgo moon wants to analyze and make practical the things that we can do to make these changes the best that they can be for us. Okay, now this moon, it will change into Libra on Tuesday. So up until 2 o'clock on Tuesday, the feeling is pretty much the same. So when it moves into Libra on Tuesday, leadership becomes a little bit more of a focus, and partnerships. So be how can we change ourselves to be best within partnerships as well? Or are you looking at partnerships and wondering what are the things that need to change so that these partnerships are better for you? Okay, so that doesn't have to just be personal relationships, it can be business partnerships as well. So now on Wednesday, the moon is still going to be on Libra. However, Venus in Cancer is going to be opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So possibly refraining from emotional reactions while you are talking with people, as healing comes in many forms, and you never know how other people are dealing with the same energy that you are also dealing with. So maybe a little bit more of a broader scope. When when you're in a situation, everybody else is in the same situation. So I mean, there is a tendency for explosive emotions right now. So if you are in a position where you can take a breath and have a bigger picture view that everybody is in the same, or not the same boat, they are in the same storm. Everyone's in their own boat, but in the same storm. So Thursday, we have some big changes happening, all right? So Mercury is going to move into Virgo on Thursday at 5 p.m. So this is just going to calm everybody's thoughts down so much, all right? So Mercury in Leo is all out and proud, and it's all about me. Whereas on Thursday at 5 p.m., those thought processes are going to come down and be a little bit more analytical, a little bit more earthy, a little bit more practical. All right. So now later on that night at 9:45, the moon is going to move into Scorpio. So the moon in Scorpio is going to be ruled by Mars, and Mars is in that triple conjunction. So I'm looking at Thursday, Friday, and they're going to be just as chunky. Now, the depths that the moon is going to take you emotionally are part of this whole change. You know, there's things going on with Chiron that are positive. We have, you know, there are tensions, but there is bound to be a breakthrough if you can actually go into the feelings or explore the things that are coming up from the darkness for you. You know, skeletons don't stay quiet in closets. And so when we are open and receptive to exploring the things that we have been hiding, that have inadvertently been holding us back, then we just have the ability to critically analyze, because we've got that Mercury has gone into Virgo. So rather it being, you know, in a fire sign where everything's just so much more expressive, it's now in Virgo. So we can quietly contemplate and not so irrationally react to things that are coming up for us. Okay, so now that's all the way through to 2:40 a.m. on Sunday. So it's still going to be quite an explosive Friday, Saturday, like a full Friday, full Saturday. So by Sunday, we have the moon moving into Sagittarius. Um, it is going to be squaring that Mercury, so maybe think before you speak. However, the moon in Sag is giving us a feeling of actually understanding the depths that we have gone into and the practical application of knowledge that we have acquired in these last months. You know, we have been on a journey that has dove us into some pretty deep experiences, and a lot of past history and past experiences have been coming up to be looked at. It's a time in the collective where lots of people are changing course. I believe that, you know, Saturn and his transit through Aquarius is paving a new way forward for all of us. When the planets are talking to each other and to us there are very distinct messages, and not everybody's going to get them at the same time, but overall, society as we know it and life as we know it has changed a lot in the last couple of years. And this week is absolutely bringing up all of the things that we've had to deal with. So, you know, it is a time for you to explore the things that have been holding you back. This is the South Node in Scorpio. So, you know, the North Node in Taurus wants us to go forward in comfort and security, but we do need to look at that South Node stuff in Scorpio. You know, that darkness that we all have within us that doesn't need to be scary. I mean, it's, you know, not taking anything away from anyone, but, you know, the stuff that is back there doesn't need to chart our course forward. We can learn from past experiences and leave them in the past so that we can go forward in our new direction, if that's the case, with confidence and personal security, knowing that we are making the right choices. With that North Node, you know, this is your fate. You know, this is your karma. This is your insert whatever, you know, whatever word you want to use to go forward. You know, you have, if you are standing in a position where you are at a crossroads and you have got yourself there and you're feeling a little bit of a lack of confidence, this week will challenge you to just move forward anyway. You know, there are a lot of people out there that can offer you assistance if assistance is something that you need to move through some of these things that, you know, they're bigger things. You know, Scorpio is dark and scary, but so's midnight, you know, and we survive every day. So if need be, get help from external people or services. But I just think that this week will be interesting, and I hope that you all get through it well. So, as usual, you can find me at Lifetime to Level Up on Facebook, my private group where I do daily astro and intuition practice. And you can also go to my website, lifefromthegroundup.com.au. So, thank you, and I will see you next Monday for my week ahead report. Have a good one.